What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dauntless. So it has been a little while since we have had a video on Dauntless. Generally they release information like once a month, this time being an AMA, Ask Me Anything, and it is on Reddit. I did go ahead and pick the new information that we got out of it and some older ones that just to confirm that it is now fact from the developers for sure on the Reddit. So if you guys do want to look at it yourself, I will put a link in the description. I will warn you, there are a ton of comments and it will take you a long time to read through it all. So this is the most interesting stuff. The first thing we have is actually an image of Dauntless in game, and it is actually I believe 21 by 9. I believe that's the dimensions, otherwise 4K from the looks of it. And it looks amazing. Now, this isn't just a screenshot from the computer itself. This is a picture from a phone or a digital camera, and even at that, like, it looks amazing to me. So our first comment actually is related to Ramsgate itself. This question wasn't asked directly, but they gave us some information about Ramsgate, which is pretty interesting. And it says, Ramsgate is a city at the edge of the frontier, meaning that it is not the only city in the Shattered Isles. There are several civilizations and cultures that contribute their influence and warrior to the flavor of the game, which is really interesting to know that there will be other cities and that you can go to them. I always assumed from the information that we had that, like, Ramsgate would be the central hub and then you just go to the islands and that was pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there's more cities with how big the islands are supposed to be, but I'm really interested in this fact here. So our next thing is airships. They released also some information about airships. Somebody asked, will there be any options to customize the airships that seem to drop you off in locations? And they said airships will play a role in gameplay, which you can change. Where they drop you is not one of those elements. So still really interesting, and there is a picture later on we will go through where they do show different concepts of some airships. Now, there has been some questions about customization and like skin tones, hair, beard, all that. And a question came up and it says, can confirm different skin tones, hair options, and even more cool ways to really make your Slayer who you want them to be. We think that you will love being a Slayer. So they did also say in a separate comment that you won't have multiple Slayers, you will just have the one that you can keep customizing. My assumption is it's going to kind of be like, you know, Fallout or Skyrim. You have your initial screen with all of your customizations that everybody loves, and then you have your armor and all that and your specs that you can then keep customizing. But I do believe your look of your character will stay the same. That would only make sense to me. Alright, so our next question is, what do you think about a voice chat for better communication? And they said, we're working with Discord on something to this end. So that's really interesting. Now, Discord has been, if you don't know what it is, you've kind of been living under a rock. It's pretty much Skype, but 5 times, 10 times better. It came out quite a bit a while ago, and it has just been an up-and-coming program. I have used it ever since I was introduced to it, and the improvements to it and everything have been absolutely amazing. Now, as to what they could do with in-game voice chat with Discord, I have no idea. I'm not a programmer or anything, so I'm not going to try and say something that I'll just make myself look like a fool, but it is interesting to see this. Now, most big games like this generally have events, and I'm really glad somebody asked this question. They asked, will you guys ever release behemoths for holiday events, like some spooky multi-face floating mass thing with 10 arms, 4 legs for Halloween, then just make different variations of it each year? And they said this is a cool, spoopy idea. We are definitely interested in doing events and fun things for holidays. How that will impact behemoths, well, you'll just have to wait and see. So honestly, if they didn't have this idea in their head, I would be really surprised. Almost any game I know of, Overwatch, Ark, any MMO has events, And in my opinion, it's one of the best things you can do. You add some extra like cosmetics or whatever, you know, they get some extra revenue for those who want it, and you know, everybody's happy. You get more content, the developers get more interaction with their games. It's a really good idea, and I hope they do it. Alright, so we have talked about this specific topic multiple times already, but somebody asked, how will the free-to-play aspect work? And by that, I mean, how do you plan on making money on the game? Cosmetics and boosters or something more? And they say, the current plan is what you see, cosmetics and boosts. We are firmly against pay to win and firmly against pay for power. So, some people are very skeptical about the champion patron status, and not gonna lie, I was at first, but honestly, after knowing that there is no trading between players and that it's quantity and not quality, you just get more of the items rather than better items, I'm not really too concerned, because it's pretty much just for your benefit, and you can take it at whatever pace you want, pretty much, in my opinion. Lovely, everybody gets their own opinion, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. This is probably the 20th time I've seen them answer a question like this, and their stance on it has not changed. So I really feel that these guys know what they're doing. Another interesting one, which to me is interesting, and it says Phoenix Labs. How much time will it take a customer / user to complete the game? Now this is an interesting question. The short answer is hundreds of hours, but we'll also continue to add more content on a consistent basis, so really you can never ever finish it. I really like this. I mean, it was pretty much known, because this is going to be a massive multiplayer game. They generally don't have endings. You just grind out and keep going, getting stronger and stronger, and then, you know, once somebody hits that, they add more content, blah blah blah. You know, that's how WoW and all these other MMOs have continued to thrive throughout all the years, expansions and all this. Another thing that is really important to me, because I am a content creator, and the person who asked this actually is as well. They also do have a YouTube channel, DYoshi TV. He is also doing videos on Dauntless. So if you want, go check him out. And he said, it's been mentioned previously that you'd like to really create a vibrant streaming community for Dauntless. As a company or in-game, how do you plan on accomplishing this or getting streamers to play Dauntless? And they said, a big part of this is treating every streamer as a valuable member of our community, because they are. As a matter of principle, we'll be giving everyone who wants to stream Dauntless the tools they need to succeed. I'm really interested in this, because they have mentioned like overlays and I think emotes or something of the similar variety of that. So I'm really interested to see what these tools are. They do know that content creators are the biggest way to broadcast your game, and that's like with the alpha they said no. However, all the betas are free and clear, and that's because the alpha is basically all tech, and you know, the game isn't fully specified for like what your computer needs to be and all that, and that's why the alpha isn't for content creators. So I'm really interested to see what these tools are going to be. And continuing on to that, somebody asks, hi PL, as a rather regular streamer, will you guys invite streamers and content creators to be sort of official social media promoters, to do giveaways, tutorials, new patch info, etc.? If so, I'd totally be honored to be one if I'm ever qualified. And then Yoshi again says, to further expand on this question, games like Warframe and Pub, aka Chicken Dinners, have partners of their own, which get stuff in game, such as Plat, premium currency in Warfare's case. Other games like Hero of the Storm have streamer spotlights. Will anything like this be implemented for streamers? Now, before we read the answer, I do know H1Z1 also has like helmets for all the streamers. Like Dr. Disrespect has a helmet, Ninja has a weapon, I believe Summit has something too, and Goldie Glove has a backpack I am aware of. And so they said spotlights seem like a no-brainer. Partners are a bit more complicated, but we'd like to work closely with like-minded creators. Another thing added onto this that was lower was saying that they don't really like the whole partner aspect of it or hiring them, because they feel then they are just paying you to say, hey, this game is good because this person's paying me. They want your honest opinion. They want you to actually think it's good. So therefore, like, the spotlights and the tools for the streamers isn't to like influence them to be like, oh, I have to say this game is good now, or I have to stream this game. On Twitter, they posted a picture which gives us some interesting information, or speculation, more of it. So in this picture on the Twitter, they are saying that they are doing the AMA, and there's a bunch of pictures in the background. You can see character customization, you can see some skin tones, different hair, you can even see a chick with a beard in the right hand middle corner. There is some armor in the lower right. One guy kind of looks like a brave or a Viking, and then the other guy honestly really looks badass. Like, he looks like he's been having a couple hundred hours in this game and has the best armor. Like, he looks really badass. Now, on the lower left, there are some buildings. We really haven't seen those at all. Upper left, there's 2 ships, and then under it, there are 9 what look like environments. Now, we can't be for sure because they are very small. Under that, you've probably already noticed there's a deer. This is one piece of information I got a while ago, but I didn't want to do a 30-second video saying, hey, this is a creature. So there will be fauna like lower class than the behemoths just to fill the world, and that deer is one of them. And it looks really majestic from what people have said. It looks really cool. I honestly can't wait to see what the other like lower tiered critters, I believe it was called, will be in the game. Now, next to that, we can see a huge creature, and it's speculated to be a behemoth. The behemoth looks really badass and evil compared to everything we have seen. We have seen the Shrite, we have seen the Pangar, the Embermane, and the Drast, and all of those are pretty bright and vibrant colors, and I don't think you could really miss them. And this guy just looks like he wants to rip you a new one. It looks like he's just going to tear you in two. A lot of speculation has been that he is the famed Shroud that the name was leaked. But he looks pretty badass, and honestly, I can't wait to see this guy in-game, or even just a video of him, or like confirmation, or the full art. Like, the full art itself would make me happy. So, a lot of information, guys, and I do hope you enjoyed the video. There is a bunch of information. Let me know your opinions about any of this stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. I will try to answer with the information that I have and read through the Reddit, but I can't like confirm anything, so just let me know, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It does mean a lot. If you aren't a current subscriber and want to see more content of Dauntless, please go ahead and subscribe. Like I did say, the information will be about once a month probably until the like beta and everything rolls out. Then I will be doing videos, and I will be streaming on Twitch. If you do want to see me stream this on Twitch when the beta comes out, please go ahead and follow me on Twitch. There will be a link in the description. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.